Mice, hopefully not for long. There's multiple different forms of bucket traps I've seen people make. I got somebody with an infestation and cats that won't do anything, but cats that you don't want to get poisoned by putting stuff for the mice or sticky traps for get stuck on the cats. So dug up some old buckets. Stiff wire most people use. I use some old antique welding rods that the flux was busted off, and one of them it was partially busted off, so I just scraped it around on the concrete with my boot and then sanded it just like I did the rest of them with a little emery cloth. Here I drilled holes just slightly larger with the welding rod there in the center of the lid. The base of the jar fits right there in the middle. I've got it low enough that after catching something, I can throw a lid on it. I've only got one lid, but that'll do, one bucket at a time. And relocate them suckers out in the middle of a pasture where, personally, I hope there's some good gopher snakes and what have you that are needing a meal. But if you don't like harming things, you put just a little bit of water down in the bottom, enough for their little feet to be slick, and they can't climb up the sides like they climb the walls and everything else so easy. I've got, I used two pair of slide lock pliers there. One to hold the welding rod on the inside stiff, one to fold it on the outside. Try to get it bent down enough that when you grab the handle, you don't grab your hand on a edge. Got cute little matching color, tiny little zip ties, double or triple wrapped around there so they'll stay tight, but still enough slack. That thing will move easy, because keep in mind, if there's any stiffness, our hand's a lot heavier and stronger than a little old field mouse or house mouse. Obviously, not perfectly centered holes, but the thing rotates. And check it out, 4 of them, so that there can be one in each room that's closed, so it's away from the cats, so that the cats don't get curious and do what? Oh, look, there's something in the bucket. Let's let it out. Since they're too lazy to have a snack of it themselves. So initially I was going to use some antique Romex here. This, I don't even think you call this Romex, this rope wrapped electrical wire that's stiff, but I decided to use the welding rods. That can work. This actually is what was removed from this antique house here and upgraded with nice new stuff, so it's safe. This is only 2-wire, but you can use something like that. Just take the outer insulation off. Probably wouldn't even hurt to leave the inner insulation, just as long as you got your entertainment there. And I guess for those with cats who like to play with things, you can make a toy out of that. Put you a nut or a marble or something in there, and that thing may annoy you with that noise all day long. Yeehaw. How's this one work? Alright. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My oh my, it's time to load these up and get to the next job. After putting away some tools and stuff. Getting a little cold. It's somewhere above 40 degrees at the moment out here. So, is what it is. I'm going to have to tie these in the back of the truck, because I got to have the cab loaded down with tools that can't get wet. Catching a little rainwater there for watering plants and animals when it's dry. Enjoy the drip noise there for a moment. And get ready for next year's planting. My friend lent this to me years ago, and for some reason he doesn't want it back too bad. I think it's because he doesn't want to have to do the planting, so I try to force him to take some food, and he won't hardly do that either. Good man. Thanks to everybody who's a blessing to me. Please be a blessing to others, and I wish you all a blessed day. Pray for all those under suppression and fire and earthquakes and volcanoes and everything else, and please be aware that the more is going to come, and also these vermin infestations plagues are known to occur during grand solar minimums and other events, so maybe that's why it's so bad in the place I'm headed today. Keep that in mind, folks. Do what you can do before it gets so bad you need 4 buckets instead of 1.